Hey, welcome back, everybody. It's time once again to meet our community, the Hispanic business community here in Orange County, powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce and Orange County's only community radio station, OC Talk Radio, with some breaking news today, John. John Gutierrez, who's our host today here, gets to throw out the first pitch at the Angel game coming up. Is that true?
I feel very special, very
Just
blessed.
got that alert, came across the wire service here today.
I wasn't going to share, but Ruben, our president, wanted to make sure he announced that. But it's not about me. It's about...
Well, what day is this? Just tell me what day it is.
It's on Saturday.
On Saturday.
Yes, the Angels game.
And are you going to make it all the way to home plate?
I hope so. I hope so. But to everybody viewing, welcome to our community podcast show powered by the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. I'm your host, Senior Vice President John Gutierrez. And with us today, we have another special guest, Miriam Martinez, who is the president of our Orange County Hispanic Youth Chamber of Commerce. And also, she's a senior at UC Irvine, here where we're at, in Irvine, of course, where our studios are at. And she's majoring in psychological science. So want to make sure I say that right?
We're going to say that one more.
Yeah.
Psychological science.
Psychological science.
I don't know what you said, but that wasn't it.
Yes, active in leadership and community engagement. Welcome, Miss Miriam Martinez.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes.
She has to explain now, what is psychological
Yes.
science?
So there's so it's the big umbrella of psychology, and then we have psychological science where
Let's pull it a little closer to the mic, a little
they
closer.
focus more on the aspect of mind and behavior, but with the research method. And
Okay.
psychology, you do more of the mind and how it works in the behavioral aspect.
Wow.
But it's more research method and using the scientific analysis of it.
And you're a senior, so what's that been like so far? I mean, has it been a journey
It has.
at UCI?
So I started a year ago, and it's been great. I've been involved in many clubs to get familiarized with my major specifically. Since I was doing psychology in community college, it changed. It has more focus on, like I said, behavior and the mind aspect of it.
Yes, yeah. And that's actually a big topic right now, right?
It is,
With everything with mental health and
Definitely.
everything going on. So that's a great place for you to go into
Yes.
as far as career. I
And
would
is there
imagine.
anything that you can use, any tricks to get John psyched into throwing this baseball here? He's got a little sports psychology here.
Paul, let's stay on task, Paul. Paul,
This
let's
is a big
stay on
deal.
task.
Come back to me in a year. I'll be taking a clinical sports psychology class.
Really?
this
There you
quarter,
go.
so-
See? Okay.
There you go. There you go. Well, Miriam, I know that you've been involved with our youth chamber. Obviously, you're the president, so congratulations.
Thank you.
I know the process is very cool in the setting of. There's a whole process, interview process. I got to this year be involved a little bit in it, and there's just a great group of you. From you, the president, the vice president, and can you share a little bit about the group?
Yes, most definitely. So we have a range of students coming from all over across LA County and Orange County. We have students at USC, UCLA, Mount Sac, and as well as I believe Long Beach, Cal State Fullerton as well. There's a big group of Cal State Fullerton students in the board. Myself at UC Irvine, Chapman, Irvine Valley College. So we're all over the place. They're a great group. Their leadership skills, amazing, immaculate. They have a strong suit of leadership and willingness to support their fellow students as well as their community.
Yeah, and for those of you listening or viewing for the first time our community podcast show, our youth chamber's been around 15 years. We just had what's called the quinceañera.
Yes, that was fun.
That was such a great event,
was,
right?
yes.
I mean, it was just
The
well
first.
put together with you all, your team, the advisory team.
Advisors.
Shout out to the advisory team, Mr. John Amador, former chairman of our board, and the rest of the advisory team there, because what a beautiful event it was, wasn't it?
Successful, yes.
How many people attended? Was it like 200 or something?
It was above 200, yes.
Yes.
It was a full house. We all had fun. You know, us Hispanics, Latinos, we know how to party.
No,
so
no,
it was
no,
good.
no. It was all
All
business.
business. We were there for one purpose, but
Yes.
it all comes along to being a familia and sharing our success together.
Well, I think what's beautiful about the youth chamber is the fact that many of them have been part of our youth chamber from many years ago. They've gone on to have great careers. Some of our board members now are with some big organizations,
Right.
and they've returned now to give back, support, mentor, whatever it is, be part of our chamber. So it's good for you, new generations, I think, I would imagine, right?
Definitely.
To see these people that have been there and done that. Wouldn't you say?
I feel like it's more of a secure way of seeing it. They've been through it, so it builds more trust as a student. There's also a better guidance as well. They know what they've been through. They've also done it while they were students. Employees and, family matters were also part of their journey. So they understand what it's like to be a student involved in leadership programs, and they also understand what it is to be a student and being a brother, whether you're a parent or sibling, and parent to your siblings. So it's really great to have alumni come back to give back to their communities.
And on that note, it's interesting because I think one of those alumni, David Betancourt,
Yes.
was someone that at one point in your journey in all this was able to mentor you or just be involved with you getting
Definitely.
involved back with our chamber. Can you share that story with us, please?
Yes, I love sharing this story because hopefully it reaches the right ears and people to one day reach out to someone and say like, hey, help me find a community where I can thrive and I can feel like home. Similar happened with David Betancourt. I met him through Maria Soria, who's in Sacramento. And she connected me with David, and I was looking for leadership roles, and so that's how I got through the CAPS program, which is funded by the California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce, a long name, but through the foundation of them.
Shout out to the CAPS
Shout
program.
out to the CAPS.
Great
yes,
program.
Great program. They
Yes.
just finished their this quarter for the 2023-2024 cohort. Great students as well. But we can talk about that a little bit later. But David Betancourt mentored me throughout the whole process of CAPS. Great leader. After the CAPS program finished for me, I didn't want to stay as an alumni. So I asked David, how can I get involved? I knew I was going to move from Sacramento back to Orange County. So I asked him, how can I get involved within the community of Orange County or LA County? And I was introduced to the OC Chamber, the youth chamber. And that's how it all started. From there, I became the director of marketing and eventually now the president of the youth chamber.
Wow, that is so. And guys, this is like the quick summary story of that. I heard
Yes.
the longer journey, and shout out to David. First of all, congratulations. I think he just had a baby, right? But it's just great to see somebody like David who's been part of our chamber, was involved with our youth chamber back in the day with Mike Limon and the others, Maria Cervantes and all them. And so it's really nice to see that. This is crazy, right? You're in like Sacramento,
Right.
Northern California,
California.
right? And your story that you just shared, it takes you back to Orange County, the journey, right? I
Exactly.
mean, that's pretty amazing.
It's a full circle coming
Right?
back and giving back to the community that helped me, in a way, grow and get out of my comfort zone. So a big shout out to them, the CAPS program, Youth Chamber, all of them. I really appreciate their support and guidance.
And for those of you listening and watching, the reason why it's so important you all learn about our youth chamber is because every year we do an annual golf tournament that does fundraising specifically for these young leaders.
Yes.
This year it's going to be October 2nd. It's going to be on a Wednesday. It's at Strawberry Farms here in Irvine. And we all come together, all of our members, board members, ambassadors, our sponsors, our supporters. It's a great day, right? It's a
Yes.
fun day.
A lot of networking.
A lot of networking, right? But the money we raise that day is to help then give scholarships to these young superstar leaders. I mean, you're a senior in college,
Yes.
but you've been involved with us, so you've received some of these scholarships.
Definitely.
Right? Can you share a little bit about how that's impacted you?
So, it's taken a big weight out of my shoulders financially. I live with a single mother. It's only her and I. I have an older brother and older sister, but they all went, they flew away from the nest, or however they say it. So it's been hard just navigating a full-time job while also being a full-time student at a quarter system university, and also having to be engaged building your own brand, so having to work your professional and personal life, but these scholarships have helped tremendously. They also taken, like I said, a big weight out of my shoulders, where I can either help my mom pay for a bill, or whether it's a book that I need to buy, a book access code. Those are really expensive just for an access code, and so that's what these scholarships have helped. So anyone who supports the golf tournament, truly appreciate it. It's a good investment, let me say. It builds great leaders out there.
Yeah, it's interesting. My son's a senior in high school, and this year I'm going to try to see if he can make it to some of your mixers, your
Yes.
events, because I want him to network and collaborate with some of you, and you all become his mentors,
Right.
right? Him as a senior in high school, he's getting ready to go to Irvine Valley College next year, and many of his football teammates and friends. And I've been talking to him about the youth chamber
Right.
because that's how much I, as a parent, trust and believe in this program. I mean, I wouldn't be telling my son to get involved in this if I didn't believe in it, right? Because I've seen what amazing young leaders have come out of the program and what it's produced, right?
Definitely.
And so to see someone like yourself, you just said it, a single mother. I mean, really think about that.
Right.
Single mother raising you, and you're a senior at UCI. That's like, let's give it up. You know what I mean? That
It's a full-time job as
Right.
for her as a mother, and for me as a daughter of a first generation everything. Her learning how to understand why I'm in school for many hours, why I'm in these organizations, and so it's both we teach each other how to be each other's support. So it's a job for both of us.
Well, shout out to your mom.
Thank you.
¿Cómo se llama tu mamá?
I'm named by both of my parents. So I'm Miriam Adriana. My mom is Miriam, and my dad is Adrian.
Well,
So I'm a junior.
saludos a los dos.
Yes, thank you.
And shout out to all of our youth chamber parents, right?
Yes.
That support our youth chamber. And what would you say to someone listening out there, right? That's in your either position right now, in your situation, or like my son who's a senior in high school. What would you say to them about, the youth chamber and, your journey? What advice would you give them?
Definitely get involved. Ask as many questions as you have. There's no right or wrong answer. The only thing they can tell you is no. But what can you do is like try again, go to another organization, or open other opportunities for yourself. Talk to someone. That's one thing that I regret not doing during high school or after high school. Asking for opportunities such as leadership programs or organizations that can help you grow personally and professionally. But I would say take initiative. That's a big one. Take risk and just go from there. The doors will open, definitely.
And I think it's important for parents listening, right, out there. I know a lot of people that listen to us are business owners or parents or something. Just know that there's young leaders like Miriam here, right, who is there to welcome your son or your daughter, whoever it is in your family, maybe your nephew or your niece, into the youth chamber, which is free. It's a
is.
free organization to join. There's no cost.
No, and it's not. There's a lot of organizations that require a minimum of, let's say, $100 or even $1,000 to be part of the organization. But the youth chamber is free. What we love to do is give out resources. Besides the resources, there's also goodies. For example, raffle prices. We also got computers from AT&T not so long ago.
Thank you, AT&T.
Yes, big
Yes.
shout out to AT&T.
Yes.
We were able to get computers to start our school year. Most of us are in semester system, so that really helped. So there's great benefits being part of the youth chamber. Once again, it's free. If you have any questions about it or want to learn more, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm on LinkedIn and Instagram. So we'll leave our information down there for later for them to connect.
Yes, definitely Miriam Martinez on LinkedIn. The Youth Chamber, you can also find it on, I actually tagged it here on Facebook, and also we'll tag it on Instagram. Our youth chamber, the Orange County Hispanic Youth Chamber. You'll see a lot of great photos and videos. And most importantly, we have a mixer coming up
We do.
October 9th. Okay. It's going to be a roundtable in collaboration with Apple one of our big members of our chamber and supporters. And we want to invite you to come out, bring your son, your daughter, preferably if they're seniors in high school
Yes.
or on, right? First year, second year in college.
Right.
Because we want them to see the event you put on, which you
Right.
guys put on.
Right,
Share
yeah.
a little bit about that, please.
Most definitely. So right now we're in the process of doing the final touches of the event. We're focusing on catering. We're going to have food, by the way. It's going to be at Cal State Fullerton at the Titan Student Union. We're working also on getting the parking for you all situated. It's a free event. Everything's free. All you need to do is register. We're going to have the post up hopefully by the end of the week, if not next week. and you'll be able to register. But yeah, anyone is welcome to come. We'll have a networking section at the end. So that way, if you're a professional, you can come and meet our board members and our student members and help them sharpen up their little skills. And yeah, it's going to be a great time.
I'll tell you what, I've been to many of these, and it's just a really cool thing to see these young leaders interacting, networking, speaking to other college students or even some high school students that do attend. And, you know, it's just good to see our advisors there that are part of our chamber. Also, they pretty much stand back and let them do what they need to do.
Yes.
But they're there to support you, right?
Always, yes.
What is, you know, what would you say is the biggest factor that you feel that benefits you guys, having those advisors there?
Their reminder, for example, John Amador, he's always reminding us that we belong in spaces like those. So that right there makes us less nervous, in my opinion. And it takes the big weight off of imposter syndrome. And being able to navigate an event on your own and making it happen, like, hey, you're able to create an event that's 150 people in, or you have 200 registrations and close to 200 showed up. So they applaud us with a good amount of encouragement, support, and obviously we lead the events on our own, but they're always there cheering on us. Whenever we're done with our events, they also like let us know, like, hey, you guys did amazing. But it's a great they're a big backbone of our organization, and their support is great. Honestly, that's what keeps us going.
Yeah, and the other thing for those of you listening or watching, some of the panels that you all have, I mean, you've had some heavy hitters. You know, you had the lady from, was it the Chargers?
The Chargers,
right?
yes, Liliana.
I mean, what a big executive, right? You got some
Right.
pretty heavy hitters, which is, I think is really cool to see those corporate people taking time out of their hands. And by the way, thank you to any of you that are watching and listening that you stepped up to be on the panel, because you're really providing that mentorship, Brad. What did you say?
Definitely. Yeah. So also, when we do our women empowerment, like
What a great event that is.
Ooh.
Share about that, please.
Yeah, so women empowerment is where we highlight women in the professional field. It doesn't have to be business field only. It could be medical or health, and you name it, sports industry. And it will be like around probably March, around that time. But I don't want to give too much
Couple
details.
hundred people last year, right?
Last year we almost had 200 people at Chapman University, and it was filled of a lot of empowerment. Get it? A lot of empowerment.
Well, I'll tell you what's really cool, guys, is these events also, when you, Miriam, you just mentioned Cal State Fullerton.
Yes.
You just mentioned Chapman University. I'll tell you what, when your son or daughter for the first time goes to one of these events and is at one of these universities, they're also getting exposure
Definitely.
to this college or university, and they're walking on campus maybe for the first time. So for them to see that and experience that,
Yes.
I think that's huge.
Yeah, that was exactly my reaction when we had the women's empowerment at Chapman University. I've never been to that campus, so now being there, it honestly felt fulfilling because, hey, maybe there's some master programs there for me. And so getting to know the campus, like you said, it was a benefit. So that's also a great resource that the youth chamber can give you.
Yeah, and again, guys, let's just give a reminder to everybody. Our golf tournament is October 2nd. That's on a Wednesday. If you want to get involved as far as getting a golf hole for your business, which is good to promote your business, remember, the proceeds go to this program. If you want to golf that day, the proceeds go to this program. If you want to donate a basket for fundraising, the proceeds go to this program, right? And so anything, and if you can't attend and you can't make it, but you want to donate something for the cause, whether it's a raffle prize or just make a donation, you know, this all goes to them and the scholarships. I got to tell you something. The banquet that you all do, I know we talked about the quinceañera, but the actual banquet, when you give out the scholarships,
Great
when you see
feeling.
the parents up there with you guys, and
Right.
or afterwards when you get your checks, I mean, share a little bit about that. That's such a great experience.
So honestly, it's a very proud moment, especially since they're hardworking. They see the effort and time that their student daughter, son are investing in. They see the effort, that the sacrifices, you know, instead of going out with their friends, they're out here at events like networking events. So it's very nice. They get emotional for sure. They get very emotional, and they see the hard work that their students. They also notice, like, okay, my sacrifices for my child is being shown. and the community is seeing it. But not only a small community, the OC, the youth chamber, the main chamber is a big. We have big audience, and everyone gets to see that.
For me as a parent and having two sons, one a senior, when I'm attending these events, it makes me excited because I think these hopefully are the people, the young leaders, yourselves, that my sons are going to be around in the future, right? We're getting older, we're going to retire one day, right? But these generations continue, guys. And so for you listening or watching, get your kids involved with our youth chamber. It's free. They're going to be around such great young leaders like Miriam and others that have gone through for 15 years, right?
We have, for example, one of our advisors, Armando. He was one of the, I would say, the protocol of the youth chamber. So he's been here for years.
Isis' husband.
Yes.
Shout out to Isis and her new baby too.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. Isis was also part of our youth chamber. Her and Armando told their story at the banquet, and it was very emotional.
Very touching.
Very touching.
Yes.
And so to see those others that have been through the program, it's just a great thing to see. Again, their mixer is going to be October 9th. It's the first of the year with the new board, right?
Yes, initially.
And that's October 9th, Wednesday, guys. It's in the evening, usually around 5, right?
It'll start at 5:30.
5:30?
Yes, but, traffic hour in the OC.
It's okay. They can get there,
yes.
right? 5:30?
Yes, 5:30. Perfect.
And it's with Apple One, one of our big sponsor supporters, national company. They do staffing. But guys, most importantly, if you're out there listening and you're also involved with restaurants and food, and you want to get involved in these events where you want to donate some food for the mixers, I mean, that plays a huge role, right?
Yes, it does.
Because food is such an important aspect of our events. The
Definitely.
kids, I don't want to say the kids, but the young leaders are coming out of college, school, high school, and they're getting there and they're hungry and they're networking, and yet they're spending another couple hours, doing this, like you said, their sacrifice, right?
Right.
And so food plays a major role in having, and I got to say, shout out to Tlaquepaque and some of our other sponsors, because the food has been amazing.
Amazing. We get good feedback from the student members.
We always have good food, right?
We always have good food. That's one thing that keeps them coming back, besides the great resources. But like you said, the food is a great what's it called, like a catchphrase for them. So that and the raffle prices. But
that's right, raffle prices.
We have raffle prices. This year we have good prices as well. So hopefully that gets them to come to our events.
Paul had a question.
I'm wondering if you could keep the baseball that you throw, because I would pay to get that baseball.
Paul, please focus on the focus on task.
Sign it, please.
That would be a great raffle prize.
So here's the thing, guys. I'm going to tell you this right now. If you want to get involved, please leave a comment, right? Or please follow either Miriam on LinkedIn. She's the president of our organization for our youth chamber. If you want your son or daughter to attend the next mixer, please also let us know, because obviously we like to keep an RSVP list for the purpose of food, right?
Right.
So definitely touch bases with you guys, let you guys know. Once you go to the mixer, and we'll maybe elaborate a little bit on that, and your son or daughter wants to get involved, there's like a point system, right?
There is, yeah. So this point system, it'll get you into our scholarship list. And so if you get 3 points, that means 3 events or roundtables that you attended. And that's how it'll get you into the scholarship opportunity that we have at the end of the school year.
Yeah, and the point system, guys, is a great way to have, an accountability of those that are attending, right? Because at the end of the year, you hope that you can all look at each other in the room and say, wow, all these people helped out, volunteered, right, supported, and they all deserve this money that's been raised. Because it is going for a great cause, for a good cause. I will say last year, I won't say names, but somebody walked up to me from the youth chamber at one of the events and sincerely said to me, in a quiet, nice way, hey, I just want to say thank you for these scholarships you give us, because, tuition has gone up at some other colleges, right? And basically, this person was saying to me, we really appreciate the help.
Definitely.
And honestly, as a former board member, as senior vice president of the organization here at the chamber, I wish we could do even more, right?
Right.
And so I'm glad that we're able to do some. But for those of you listening, if you want to help out and you want to donate, but you want to get involved with our chamber, the golf tournament is a great way for you to help out and donate by either donating to the golf tournament fundraiser, right? Which you can always go to our website, OCHCC.com, and you'll see the golf tournament event there. Our Instagram is also OCHCC. But if you want to donate something for raffle, all of it, guys, all of that benefits the youth chamber.
It does.
Yes, Paul.
On a serious note, I want to give a shout out to your guest here today because I was very impressed. Before she came in today, I saw on my LinkedIn, OC Talk Radio, she requested to link in, and she writes all these things. I'm going to be a guest. And wow. Were you that aggressive when you were whatever she is, 19, 20, 21, whatever she is here?
Yes.
I mean, I was never thinking about
so for those of you watching
connections
over here, maybe didn't hear what Paul said. It was interesting when Miriam arrived to the show today. I showed him which is our flyer of course our podcast
Who's
guest,
coming on,
and Miriam and he looked at me and goes, oh, she's the person that added me on LinkedIn.
Right.
So she was like Johnny on the spot, right? What they call it. You were on top of it.
On top of it, yes. I think connection is very important, not only just connecting, but as well as following up. Building that connection and continuing, not just having a follower that's not what it is, having numbers on your social media. It's about creating that community and building that community and hopefully bringing others as well. So
yes,
like our community that
like
we
our
built
community,
here.
yes.
Exactly.
Miriam, real quick, I know we got a few minutes here. What is next for you? I know you're obviously the president of our youth chamber, and
Yes.
obviously you're a senior. What is your goal? What is next for you? What do you hope to do as you graduate here?
So I'll be graduating in March. I'll walk the stage in June. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And hopefully I just started a job position as part-time with Elevate the OC, and I'm an administrative assistant right there for now. So hopefully we get to a full-time job there. Shout out to Ariel Mesa.
Nice.
And I'm also still doing leadership roles. I would be an advisor for the CAPS program, so I'll still be involved with the California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce Foundation, and I'll climb the ladder from there to eventually being a board member as well here in the Orange County. I'll start up ambassador or volunteering. That's honestly what's next. My goal as a professional would be to become a educational counselor. So I will definitely be going back to school for a master's in educational counseling. And that's the goal for now.
That is
taking
awesome.
it step by step. Yeah. So
Yes.
looking into master's programs right now as I'm getting ready to graduate at UC Irvine.
Well, for those of you listening or viewing, if any of you obviously work in that environment of where she's looking to pursue her career down the way, that's another reason why you want to get involved with our youth chamber, right? Because I know the workforce development has become a big topic the last couple of years. Finding
Definitely.
good people
Right.
to work with you or around you, in your businesses. So if any of you are listening and you own a business and you're looking for good workforce development, right? Good quality leaders. And I'm not just speaking for Miriam. I'm also speaking for the rest.
The whole youth
right? The
chamber,
whole unit.
yes,
I mean,
yes.
you have a whole team. How many are your board? Is it?
Right now we have 13 in
13.
our board. So yeah, we might be called small, but we're mighty. We have great leaders.
I like
They're
that. Small but
small
mighty.
But mighty. Yes.
Eso.
It's a big organization, but our group works hard every day to make sure to bring good quality resources, content to our student members, and not only to the members, but as well as the community and other organizations.
I'll point out this, guys. On that note, on Mighty, I was part of helping out during the interview process. And they went through advisors and interviews. And I was helping bring them in through the elevator here at UCI because it's very secure, right? And as I'm in the elevator and I'm meeting each one of you and just learning a little bit about you, I was just like, wow.
Right.
It was an impressive group. I was like, these advisors of our, chamber, this is going to be tough. Like, I didn't want to be in their position because to
Definitely.
pick your president, your vice president, your secretary, I'm like, these kids are amazing. And I don't want to call you guys kids because you're young leaders, but I'm almost 50, so I look at you guys
La
like
costumbre.
la costumbre, right? Like, and I was just like, what an impressive young group.
Right.
So you're right. You guys are a small group but
We're
mighty.
super mighty.
Yes,
Yes.
and shout out to all of you that are on the board, because guys, keep in mind these are volunteers.
Yes, it's
Right?
not paid.
Yeah.
A lot of people think, oh, you're getting paid for this president position. Like, no, this is what does John Amador call it? His free job or something like that, a non-paying job.
Yeah,
This
but
is our non-paying
but it's
job.
great for your resume, right?
Definitely.
For any parent listening or anybody watching, or if it's somebody of this age that
Mm-hmm.
wants to get involved, remember, there's nothing better than building your resume as you're getting into your career.
And your connections.
And connections. I was gonna
Yes.
say yes.
Your
it's very-
network, right?
Your network is your net worth. So
Say that
Ooh,
again.
wow.
Miriam,
Look
say
at
it
that.
again. Let them hear you.
That's the takeaway, right? That's the
That's the
mic drop
takeaway.
moment. Okay.
I'm gonna walk
She did
away
the mic
right
drop.
now.
For those of you listening, she did the mic drop,
The
right?
mic drop. Yes. So I learned this from Veronica Corona. She tells us your network is your net worth.
Yes.
So that's
Who's
very-
Veronica Corona? I know who she is, but let others know.
Veronica Corona is our California Hispanic Chambers of Commerce chairwoman.
That's right.
So a big shout out to her. I haven't asked her personally to be my mentor, but that is one
Today
person.
we'll put that out there.
Yes, if you're listening, Veronica, please.
Veronica, there you heard it for the first time, right?
I've learned so many great things about her, whether it's personal growth or professional.
Yes.
She's an amazing mentor, I think so, and great to have her on an advisor board.
Yes, shout out Veronica for all you do. She just put together an amazing state convention, which, by the way, congratulations, John Amador, right?
Yes.
He received a Legacy Award, I think it
Yes.
was, right? Which is only given out every 4 years. You know, I got to say, our advisors, obviously John and the others, they do such a fabulous job. Again, they're volunteering too. They're volunteers as a board. They volunteer on this. So it takes a lot of time from their life, but obviously they're very proud to be helping support
They are,
young
yes.
leaders like yourself. So thank you for being on the show. I know the show goes by so fast.
It does.
Let's just remind everybody for the last time, our golf tournament is October 2nd. It's a couple of weeks away, guys. Wednesday at Strawberry Farms here in Irvine. If you want to get involved, whether it's donating for the cause, of course, for the Youth Chamber, the scholarships, for our Youth Scholarship Foundation, please donate, help out. If you want to donate something for raffle, if you want to market your business and have your business at one of the golf holes and meet all of our members, that's another way you can do that. Not everybody golfs, so it's okay. You don't have to golf. You can still market your business at one of the golf
Come
holes.
connect with us, please.
Yes.
We will be there. The youth board will be there as
Yes.
well. And I think we're going to be in hole 1, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But come say hi to us, get to know us, and yeah, learn about the youth chamber and what we do.
Yeah, and maybe swing by with like your daughter or son
Yes.
at the golf tournament, introduce them to you. The golf tournament, guys, it's all day.
Is that a bad joke? Swing by?
Right? Swing by. And then the mixer, let's remind everybody of the youth chamber, the round table will be October 9th. Also on a Wednesday in the evening, 5:30 at Cal State Fullerton, right? And it's a professional development, right?
Correct. Yes. So we'll be able to build on you're going to get a panel of folks who from Apple One who will speak on mentoring and resume building, interview skills, and as well as networking.
A lot of good information.
Yes.
You know, again, here at the Orange County Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, that is what we're about. We're all about resources, education, advocacy, providing as much information for you out there in the community. Miriam, I just want to say, I'm sure your parents are very proud of you.
Thank you.
You know, congratulations. Thank you for, you know, leading our youth chamber, and please give our very best to the rest
Yes.
of the board. Shout out to the rest of the board.
Shout out to them.
Yes.
Some of them are tuning in, so a
Well,
big shout out
we'll,
to them.
we'll have some of them, you know, down the way on the show.
Yes.
You know, because there's nothing like sharing your story, because the more of you share your story, the more it inspires young kids like my son that are, you know, obviously walking in those footsteps.
Right.
So again, folks, please support our youth chamber. Miriam, I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being on the show, and take it away, Mr. Paul Roberts.
Wow. Well, there's another great reason to tune in each and every time to meet our community and amazing members like Miriam Martinez there, president of the Orange County Hispanic Youth Chamber of Commerce. As we stream live from our studios here at the University of California Irvine's Beal Applied Innovation Center.